in 30 minutes. See you then.
was composed by Spencer the Rover, who travelled through England and most parts all round. He'd been much reduced, which caused great confusion, and that was the reason he started to roam. In Yorkshire near Rotherham, he being on his ramble, weary of travelling, he sat down to rest. At the foot of the mountain there runs a clear fountain, with bread and cold water he himself did refresh. It tasted much sweeter than the gold he had wasted, sweeter than honey, and it gave more content. But the thoughts of his children lamenting their father brought tears to his eyes, and it made him lament. The night fast approaching, to the woods he resorted, with woodbine and ivy his bed for to make. He dreamt about crying, lamenting and dying. Go home to your family and rambling forsake. On the 5th of November, I've reason to remember, first he arrived home to his family and wife. They stood so surprised when first he arrived, to see such a stranger once more in their life. And his children came round him with brittle prattling stories, brittle prattling stories to drive care away. Now they are united like birds of one feather, bees in one hive, contented they'll stay. So now they're all living in their cottage contented, with woodbine and children growing all around the door. They're as happy as those that's got thousands of riches. Contented he'll stay and go rambling home. Oh, come, sweet Jane, for I must go. Come closer to me. My trunk is stowed on Johnson's boat with all his company. I heard aloud like thunder roar out of some cannon's mouth. I would be welcome safe at home in my sweet sunny south. I labored hard for 7 years, working for my wealth. I lived on bread and salty meat and never lost my health. I heard aloud like thunder roar out of some ship on board. I spied sweet Jane in all her curls, come stepping to the shore. I led her through the marbled halls, in through her father's door. A gay young crowd was standing around, standing on the floor. The parson read the marriage vows, wed as one soul for life. Now, Jane, you are mine without a doubt, a kind and loving wife.
Well, all right, we're going to do it again. Hello, welcome everybody to Robert, Sayers, and Blake from the kitchen table. Here I am. I'm so casual I forgot to put my hat on. Happy to have you here. We are in the most northwest corner of the most northwest city, the most northwest state in the lower 48. That's Bellingham, Washington. So happy to be here, and we have a special guest, Ivy Ficarra. Do I have that last name? I'm locking it in. Not really. I'm gonna. Ficarra. Ficarra. You better learn your friends' names. That's number one when you become friends with somebody. Ivy Ficarra is our special guest today. So excited to have her here at the kitchen table. We're broadcasting here in Bellingham and to kitchen tables far and wide. Beautiful 70. We've had these beautiful 70-degree days. The rest of the country is burning or sweating, and we just relax in here. This song, in some ways, is about somebody leaving the South to move to rainy Pacific Northwest. But the train left the station at 2:45. 4:30, it was raining. 7:10 saw the day turn to night. Watched the flicker of the small town light. Albuquerque outward bound. Everybody loves that sound. Yesterday would have been better than today. Wendy had 2 kids and her mother in tow. 6'11", 74. She packed a magazine and a couple of beers. Kids fell asleep, she felt the tears. With the second sip, there's a relief when you start to slip. Yesterday would have been better than today. Today's better than never. In the bar car, it was shots of Jack. Ted pulled a bottle from his beige backpack. Canteen was closed, everyone hanging on. Bridget got a guitar, started a song. They play something everybody knows. Satisfaction, Rolling Stones. Yesterday would have been better than today. Today's better than ever. I always wanted to leave this place. I finally pulled the lever. Engineer hadn't slept in a couple of days. Made the turns only slightly hazed. Thinking about his brother dead 10 years. Couldn't give anybody those nightmares. He blasted Little Richard and Elmore James. Midnight blues on the midnight train. Yesterday would have been better than today. Today's better than ever. I always wanted to leave this place. I finally pulled the lever. Wendy went walking in a new hometown. Oh, Wendy went walking, the sun was high. Ocean breeze, thick gray sky. Her new hometown had a couple of quirks. Her new life didn't include that jerk. She bought a couple candles and some ice to go. Sat out on the patio. Now every day just like a clock. She's in her usual spot when around the bend comes a passenger train. Engineer watches a woman wave to the children, the lonely and the brave. Anybody making their escape? Yesterday would have been better than today. Today's better than ever. I always wanted to leave that place. I finally pulled the lever. San Antonio, Phoenix, Arizona. Any place is alright as long as I forget I ever knowed him. Thank you very much. Our wonderful host, Laura Brown, is welcoming people as they come in. And Laura chose the drink of the week. We're having Negronis this week here in this backyard, and hopefully you're having a Negroni wherever you are. We started having drinks of the week when we started this program we have here in the pandemic, and it was just David Penderlofgren. You're thinking, who's David? Well, he's not here, but he exists in the folklore of the kitchen tables. David and I started the show, and we decided we should have a drink of the week. That way, even if we can't all be together, which we couldn't because it was COVID and we were just broadcasting to people's computers, we could be on the same flight. And those of you at home, we do encourage everybody listening at home to put in the comments where it is you're listening from. It's fun to see. We have some loyal listeners in Ontario and some loyal listeners in upstate New York and Buffalo and Henry in St. Louis. Heat of the day when sun shines so clearly, I met Master Kilby, alive and so gay. Took off my hat and I bowed to the ground. Said, Master Kilby, where are you bound? Bound to the west in hopes to find rest. In the arms of my Nancy, I'll build a new nest. She's the girl I adore, she's the queen of my heart. Her skin shines like silver in every part. If I was the master of 10,000 pounds, bright gold, silver, or in Prince William's crowns, I give it all to my Nancy, to my Nancy. Gave her some kisses down by the seashore. Still she lay asking for more. Gave her some kisses down by the seashore. Still she lay asking for more. Thank you very much. For those of you new to my show, what I do is I sit and play. I play concerts to small groups of small people in small rooms. And that's what we're doing right now when it's summertime. So we're in this beautiful small garden, and I play a lot of my own songs. Then I learn other songs along the way, and I play them too. And sometimes I know what I'm doing, and sometimes I don't know what I'm doing, and that's what makes it a pleasurable experience for me, and I hope it works for you too. This show is called From the Kitchen Table. As I mentioned, we started it in March of 2020. We did 100 shows. We took a break, a long break, and we're back just for Sundays in July, which means this is the last of our summer series. And we have to give a round of applause to Scott Mowerman, who's made it to 3 out of our 4 shows. He's got the punch card going, you know. The 4th show is free, but we're happy to have him. In the middle, we were at a festival here in Bellingham called Northwest Tune-Up, which combines mountain biking, beer, and music. And we had the pleasure of having our guests were people who were playing the big stage, and they came to our little tent and sat with us. And so I got to collaborate with some guests who were outside of my usual genre, and I got to have an artist by the name of Rozzy, who's from originally San Francisco but now L.A. and is a legitimate singer. She's not a folk singer, people. Not a folk singer. She's a legitimate singer. Humbling to be in the presence of that kind of singer. And I learned her one of her songs, and I wanted to sing it with her. And we didn't have time, but well, frankly, I didn't quite have it learned by tune-up, but I kept on learning it. So I'm going to do this Rozzy song. Look up Rozzy. I'm telling you, she sings as well as Odell, the Irish version. She sings as well as Adele, but she has better lyrics. And I like Adele's lyrics. I'm selfish. I always made your problems about me. Can't help it. I wish I had a little empathy for you. But that night that you told me that I don't work hard enough, told me I cracked and much, ripped me to pieces, then called it love. Well, I never handled it just like I wanted to. What was I supposed to do, knowing that both of us had enough? But when you think of me, I hope you think of Joshua Tree that summer when the road went on forever. Nothing in sight for us when you think of me. I hope you think of the letters that I sent you from across town just 'cause I missed you when the worst was yet to come, 'cause you know I do. When I think of you, you know I do. You're careless, always saying things you don't mean. Expecting me to find the in-between. But that night that I told you that I wouldn't marry you, swear I could feel from the floor to the ceiling your walls come up. I pulled you closer and you pushed me further, and nothing would matter. We both just got sadder and called it love. But when you think of me, I hope you think of Joshua Tree that summer when the road went on forever. No end in sight for us when you think of me. I hope you think of the letters that I sent you from across town just 'cause I missed you. The worst was yet to come, 'cause you know I do. When I think of you, you know I do. I think of New Year's in San Francisco, drunk on my rooftop looking at you wrapped in your coat. So tell me, my friend, what do you think of? Do you remember why we fell in love? When you think of me, I hope you think of Joshua Tree that summer when the road went on forever. No end in sight for us when you think of me. I hope you think of the letters that I sent you from across town just 'cause I missed you. No worst was yet to come, you know it's true. That's what I think of when I think of you. When I think of you. That's the song from Rozzy, R-O-Z-Z-I. Check out Rozzy. She's a star. I became very enamored of the Rozzy. And she kindly came and sang with this folk singer, which shows that she's got a big heart as well. goes down at the hoedown. Easy takedown without a breakdown. Packed the band up, filled the van up. Had some hours left to kill. I didn't plan it, but I was stranded in the old hood, up to no good. Clubs were sold out, it was cold out, and I don't like standing still. Now the east side is the B-side to a sad song. It's not a bad song, but it's been left stacked by the junk racks of the thrift store on the floor. And the sidewalk and the side talk with the hip folks and the hip jokes and the hip clothes when the wind blows fades away forevermore. Some say it's not the place they knew. That may be sadly true, but I'm so glad to be walking around in the city. Down in Scranton, kids are ranting about a juke show that I don't know. When the stellar fortune teller waves her cards across the street, and my eyes glance at the short pants and the big shots dressed like robots with their spray shoes and their straight dudes sparkling silver at their feet. I'll never get the whole bit down. It's not my turf anymore, and it's not my town. I'm just so glad to be walking around in the city. Streets since I was 10. Somehow tonight they're new again. I'm so glad to be walking around in the city. And the lamplights and the clothes shops and the banjos and the boombox and the headbands and the trash cans and the trombones and the calzones and the movies and the dive bars and the skateboards and the old cars and the old men and the young girls with the dreadlocks and the side curls and the fake pearls and the gold teeth and the trailers and the sailors and the spray paints and the church saints and the tacos and the wackos and the Warhols and the Lou Reeds and the fresh fruit and the bad seeds on the headphones, on the speakers, down on Chestnut, down on Holly, and the curry and the red beans and the junkies and the drag queens and the bebop and the hip hop and the punk rock and the street talk on every paved inch, on every park bench, on every tree branch, on every dude ranch, on every gum wad, on every hot rod, on every anarchist parade. I'm so glad, I'm so glad, I'm so glad, I'm so glad to be walking around in the city. That's a song by a performer with the singular name of Milton. I did a song by a person with a singular name, Rozzy, and then Milton. Myself, I had a common name that was already taken in show business. Robert Blake was not available. I wish the older self could have told the 20-year-old self, Robert, change your name now. Instead, I had all these various incarnations. I've come back around to me with my middle name, which is Robert Saracen Blake, whereas Milton just went, and Rozzy went, one name. Very solid, very solid. Too late. I'm sticking with my three names, Robert, Sayers, and Blake. You can't remember the first name by the time you hear the third one. And we have Ivy coming up next. Ficarra. No. Next. I just wanted to get the name right. Ficarra. Do I have it right? Ficarra. Era. It's an era. We're in the era of Ficarra. I'm going to get there. Ivy Ficarra is my new friend. I don't know her hardly at all, and so excited to hear her songs. Obviously, I don't know her well. I don't know how to say her name. Ficarra. I got it. I'm getting closer all the time. This is a song of mine off my record called Recitative. Say that 3 times. It's hard. But if you say recit, and then you say tative, recitative. I'd like to do that with an audience because it's rare in life we have the opportunity to say 2 T's next to each other, without it just being a 1 T sound. And I like people to have that opportunity myself. Recitative. Yeah, some people look forward to that kind of option more than others. I understand that. Couples eating dinner with a couple of arms around each other in bars and in parks. You can find couples pushing shopping carts, invited to events as a twosome, housed in houses, communes, apartments, and condominiums. Couples talk openly to each other. They tell each other things friends told them in confidence. It's understood that you can say anything in a couple. A couple of beers, a couple of teachers all got together and in the evening broke into couples. Couples. They got secrets that they share. Nobody knew that a couple of hippies in Fairhaven were really a couple of heirs. Couples get in fights and couples work things out. Some couples in counseling will tell you this is what being in a couple, it is all about. That's right. That's what it's all about. Couples get together with other couples. And they say, hi, how are you? How long have you two been couple? Yeah, that's right. Summer concert in the park, best in groups, divisible by 2. It's true. Old couples go home early. Young couples, they stay out long after dark. To do what? To listen to the lion. To listen to the lion. You can sing that, just like you would after you go home from an event and you smoke a perfectly legal marijuana cigarette and you put on Van Morrison St. Dominic's preview to the end of side B. Listen to the lion. Some people will say it's not the best cut. Actually, almost Independence Day, the end of side A is a superior cut. Hard to say, great discussion, but one I don't have time for here. What we have to say is if you want to, or even if you don't want to, you sing along. To listen to the lion. Listen to the lion. One more time, you're not doing great. So, to listen to the lion. A couple of tickets can be cheaper than 2. Well, like a Noah's Ark, what we're here to do. Get in a couple and think like one. Get in a fight and get short tongue. Work it out what you ought to do. A couple makes a kid. The kid gets coupled up too. They switch it up. Couple falls apart. Bad luck. Some couples stick to the guns. Some couples are in it for the bucks. Maybe just the fun. Couples have met at garden parties with folk singers and in other strange situations. Couple gets married. Everybody says. I didn't hear that. They say, congratulations, United Nations, salutations, a great sensation, an ancient expedition, a classic combination. A couple of queens is a pretty good bet, but they can't get married in the Catholic Church, not yet. A couple of deuces more often than not walks home taking the whole damn pot. A couple of singles went out to dance. They met a couple of dancers and then took a chance. Somebody got out the credit card at the end of the night, and everybody walked away in a brand new couple. And they were singing. Yeah, that's a stab at it. What were you singing? What were they singing? You had it. Oh, well, okay, great effort. Great effort. Do you need a clue? Lou. They were singing. Singing. Doot 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 doot. A couple of shots gets the night started. A couple condoms used when the couple parted. A couple of aspirin to kill the pain. Kept by the bed, back to sleep again. A couple more hours ought to do that task. A couple of kisses makes the moment last. Next day got a couple things to do. Send a text message, I have been thinking about you. The one and only John Henry to the rescue. Like this, someone asks how long since you two kissed. You tell a friend, she tells her better half. Don't tell anyone. Both of you laugh. Last names dropped and nearly forgotten. First names get an between them. I'll stop now. But I think this could go on forever. And now it is my pleasure to introduce to the kitchen table my new friend, Ivy Ficarra. Ivy Ficarra, and was so charmed to find out that we are also neighbors in another aspect of our lives. No, we're neighbors in this aspect of our lives. I live in Bellingham. I've lived in Bellingham since 1995. Ivy goes to school here. She's new to Bellingham. We're happy to have her. But Ivy's mother and my mother live about 4 blocks away from each other. And we only recently found that out. Isn't that something? So here you are. Welcome to the kitchen table.
Thank you so much.
Are you feeling all right? Get comfortable. I have a Negroni for you there. You don't have to drink. You don't have to do anything at the kitchen table you don't want to do.
It looks good.
Yeah, it tastes good, and it feels even better.
Oh, good. I'll give it a sip. Why not?
Ivy Ficarra, and I had the pleasure of hearing a house concert of hers about a month ago, and was just charmed by the show, and thought, well, let's see if Ivy can come to the kitchen table, and here she is, and we'll do a lot of chatting later. So just let you launch right into it.
Oh yeah, lots of talking.
There'll be lots of
excited.
Good.
Yeah, I'm gonna play some originals. Start out with one that I wrote called "Last I Checked." Well, I'm alright, but I'd be better off with you. The days are getting longer, and I'm tired of the truth. Well, I'm just fine. I reminisce our days. I thought we had a special love. We knew it was here to stay. And last I checked, we had love. Last I checked, I thought it was enough. But my love life repeats and repeats, and it always finds a way to make me weep. Well, on my own, I'd learned to love myself better than you ever did, and better than when you held me growing up. We learn from our mistakes. We learn from all the things we've had and all that's gone away. And last I checked, we had love. Last I checked, I thought it was enough. But my love life repeats and repeats, and it always finds a way to make me weep. And last I checked, we had love. Last I checked, I thought it was enough. But my love life repeats and repeats, and it always finds a way to make me weep.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Whew. I like being at a table. This is like being at home and just sitting around.
Well, that's the
playing.
spirit of it. That's it.
I like
yeah.
it. It's great. I'm going to look at my cheat sheet.
There's not cheating. There's no cheating.
And
Not at the kitchen
already
table.
haven't
There's no
followed
cheating.
it, which
This
is even better.
We aren't doing guys and dolls up here. We're allowed to look at things and read things.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we chatted a little bit earlier. You said you've maybe written 40 or 50 songs in your life.
I would say 40, but there's a smaller amount of songs that I like and want to play for people.
I get nervous when a performer says, "Oh, I'm going to play you the first song I ever wrote." Listen, I don't want to hear one of the first 25 songs you ever wrote. It's time to write some more songs, you know. So I think you're on the right track there.
Great.
Yeah.
Should I play my first song that I ever
Well, yeah. You know, blow me away. I love it when I'm wrong. We all have lots of songs that nobody else needs to hear.
Yeah.
And then knowing the difference is a special skill to learn too.
Totally.
You know, all art is therapy, but not all therapy is art.
Yes.
So that's part of the journey
Agreed.
here. We are out at the kitchen table. I think that's great though. That's a lot of songs.
Yeah.
That means you've been playing guitar for a while.
Yeah, since I think in 5th grade, I think I'm correct, Mom. 5th grade.
Wow.
I think in 5th grade I got a guitar, a little mini Martin.
A mini Martin. How old is a 5th grader?
11.
11.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm not very skilled with math,
Yeah.
so I appreciate that.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, 11,
That
and I
adds up.
just started strumming, and
Yeah.
I took a big chunk off of playing music, and then I came back to it during COVID.
She's already
of
taken time
course.
off. She's
I know. My long career.
She took a
fifth
break,
grade was
you
a
know.
lot.
Is that when you do the whole motorcycle thing,
Yep.
trips through the
Tried it all
desert?
out.
Yeah, okay.
Came back to folk music.
And came back to folk music. Well, we're
Gotta
glad
do
you
it.
did. What's the name of this next song?
I think I'll do a song called the Engine Light Song, and
We might want to rearrange such that,
I think so. I think
maybe the other knee
the
up.
way
and-
my knee
That's sort of
This
what we're
one?
getting at here.
and this one.
John, we're getting the mics a little closer, and John's going to boost the level, I think. He and Laura were back there scheming.
How's that?
and-
That feels better.
Are we heading
I'm
the right
kinda,
direction?
like facing
Way
away from
better,
you
front
then.
row
Okay,
fan
great.
says.
Awesome. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna play a song called the Engine Light Song, and it's about chasing a love and figuring out if you should do it. And yeah, it goes like this. Engine light turns on and the CD scratches on my favorite song. Been trying to leave this town to get to you, I'll never make it now. Just another step between us, is it a sign that I'll never get to you? Just another step, I'm almost there, but what if our love just falls through? Well, I'm so close and yet so far. The only ones who know of us are me and my guitar. So maybe I should just sit back for a while. When I drive home these days, I try to miss my exit on the freeway. Well, I wanna be going south, 80 miles straight from my hometown. But a detour greets me ahead, flashing lights, and I'm getting upset. Putting my life on pause, and it seems like it's for no reason at all. Just another step between us, is it a sign that I'll never get to you? Just another step, I'm almost there, but what if our love just falls through? And if I end up at your door and I'm not who you've been hoping for, well, maybe I should just sit back for a while. This time taken up, it will mend. I'll make it to you one day in the end. And if anyone asks where I've been, I just got distracted on my way home again. Just another step between us, is it a sign that I'll never get to you? Just another step, I'm almost there, but what if our love just falls through? Well, you and I can just sit back for a while. I see some tears. I didn't mean to make you cry. I'm sorry.
You did, though. You did.
Oh,
That's
great.
good stuff, right?
Whew, yeah.
I heard of someone in the audience explaining a concert he attended. I won't say who it was. He said, I didn't feel even the shadow of a tickle in the back of my neck during the concert. That's not what you want the audience to say. You want more than a shadow. You want a full hairs on the back of your neck. So, yeah, yes, this is what a pleasure. Play another one. Just launch another one without me running a lip.
Whew. This is fun.
It is fun.
It's cool.
Yeah.
I'm debating between two songs right now. I kind of want to play the first song I wrote just to kind of poke at you.
I think everyone's on the same page whether or not they want to hear it. I think I think you're on, sister.
Maybe I should do that after this.
Ooh,
Well,
ooh, tease us.
let me take a look at my cheat sheet again.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
We've got a coach over here. A coach.
Okay, I have to get the tuning right. You were the boy who was always there, and I was the girl who didn't seem to care. You were the boy who would always run, to catch me again. And you always said how you loved me. Well, I'd respond with a joke and start acting carefree. And when I couldn't say those words back to you, well, you took it in stride and knew just what to do. Well, you're what I need for the rest of my life, and I can't imagine who I would be, but all I did was take you for granted. Oh, what have I done? Well, I fear I've lost the one. But the one who was lost was me. Well, it's been a few years now I've run into you, and you're with a new girl who's as charming as you. And I wanted to show you how much I grew into the person longing for you. But now with your new love in mind, I can't come back to you, 'cause I'd be wasting my time. You're what I need for the rest of my life, and I can't imagine who I would be, but all I did was take you for granted. Oh, what have I done? Well, I fear I've lost the one. But the one who was lost was me. The moment I watched you say I do, well, my hands started shaking. It was hard to get through, 'cause we always joked about how it would be to get married under that old oak tree. And you're what I need for the rest of my life, and I can't imagine who I would be, but all I did was take you for granted. Oh, what have I done? Oh, I fear I've lost the one. But the one who was lost was me. Thank you. Thank you for grabbing that.
I thought she was bringing instructions to the stage
I
there.
know.
I thought,
Do
well, you know,
this.
she had a comment about the sound and then about, you know, when to do what song, and I thought maybe the instructions were becoming written. But no, it's your set list she's bringing to the stage there.
Appreciate it. Thank you. The wind is crazy right now. Singing along.
It's singing along. It's singing along this beautiful garden. One of the joys of bringing the kitchen table to the gardens of Bellingham is seeing the gardens. All these wonderful gardeners,
So
and
beautiful.
we need to create an excuse for all of us to come to their gardens. You know, you don't need an excuse to come to my garden. There's nothing to see. But I will tell you that the dandelions close up at night and open up during the day. That's what's going on over on Iron Street. Lovely song. Are we gonna tell us now or later whether that's
What
the
do you
first
think?
song? Later.
Later?
Yeah, suspense is.
Ooh.
It's just, you know, you always in, you know, the TV news, the story you want to hear, you know.
So exciting.
It always has to be later. Is there a lyric? I was going to ask you, is there a lyric in there that did you say couch me or catch me in the first verse?
Catch.
Because couch.
Couch me could be powerful.
You might
I
think of
kinda like
you
it.
might think of an upgrade. I don't know. It's across my mind. I thought
Couch me.
couch. You always couched me.
That's
I
a
thought,
good- that's
wow,
good imagery.
Cool. Yeah.
I like
was
it.
like,
That'd be great
okay.
for a music video.
Sorry about
I
that.
think.
It was catch. but-
Throw in a couch or something.
Ooh.
Be
Well, no,
kinda
to
cool.
couch someone would be to put someone aside.
I'm thinking an actual couch.
Listen to the youth, people. Listen to the youth. They see things in new ways.
I got a creative mind, I guess. Well, I didn't mean for this first chunk to be downer songs, but it's kind of ending up as the downer.
We're down. We're
Set.
down. We're down to be down.
Let's
we're
be
down to
down
be up. We're up
together.
to be down.
Okay.
You know?
Up to be down. Good.
Yeah, we're
I
up
like
to be
that.
down.
That's good.
Yeah. Have you ever had to explain to a non-English as a first language speaker the difference between being up for something and being down for something?
No.
Yeah, me neither. I can imagine it's very difficult, though. I'm going to ask you a question now, though. I want to do the interview. Are we ready for the interview?
I mean, you sure?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, why not? Right, we're at the kitchen
We're
table.
here.
Well, when David's with us, David is the other half of the group of the production who's not here. You're wondering who's David? He's always talking about David. Well, David does an interview section called Two Beats with the Drummer, where he's not just casual chit chat like me, but it's right down the line. Amy Goodman, Barbara Walters. He's asking the hard hitting questions. So I try to emulate that a little bit, but without him, it's a little hard. But I thought I would ask you: is there a record you could point to that hits you over the head and maybe is responsible to carve out the time in your life to write all those songs? I know for me, hearing Bob Dylan Highway 61 revisited when I was about 13 years old is maybe about 75% responsible about why I'm here today. I'm wondering if there's a record you can point to.
Well, if we go back to 5th grade, which I think we should do.
Yeah, I think we should. Mrs.
That's all time travel.
Mrs. Huddleston was maybe my teacher. No, that was 2nd grade. Yeah, 5th grade. No, it was Miss McHugh, sister to a McHugh who ran McHugh's restaurants in Seattle. Once again, I've made it all about me. Okay, but we're talking about you going back to 5th grade.
Well, going back to 5th grade.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's kind of a generic answer, but that's okay. Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift. This is fascinating. What a great answer.
Specifically the album Red.
Wow.
It was very inspiring. I think it's my favorite Taylor Swift album. It's full of longing and heartbreak, and that's what I'm writing about now.
And
so it
did you go see Taylor Swift? She was just in Seattle. For those of you listening to the podcast later on, just a week ago from where we are here at the end of July 2023, Taylor Swift played 2 nights, 70,000 people either collectively or each night, I'm not sure. But there was enough people moving around that the earth shifted, I heard. There was a seismic event.
2.3.
There was an earthquake.
Magnitude. Yep.
If you want to, she does Shake It, right? She does the Shake It number.
Shake it off.
Yeah, if everyone started shaking and the earth started to shake. I mean, this woman's had an impact. You cannot say otherwise. I'm fascinated, though, because other than being vaguely aware that she did the shaking number, I have known nothing about Taylor. Except maybe was she Hannah Montana as an earlier life?
No.
No.
You're so wrong.
I'm so wrong. That's why we have to listen to the youth. The youth will lead us.
at the kitchen table right now.
Yeah. Swift is welcome anytime. She could set me straight.
Yes.
So I don't know anything. You know, I'm just shocked that all these people do because I think, well, I know what's going on, you know, and I clearly don't. And so you went to see Taylor Swift.
I did.
And now what? Who knows? Was it 35,000 a night or 70,000 a night?
100,000, man.
Because it's a sports place. It's a place for baseball, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's 70.
70 a night.
That's crazy. Wow. That's a lot. I was one of those people.
So 140,000 people went to see Taylor Swift Shake It.
Yep.
And you were one of them.
Shook it.
And she shook it. It was
I
well
shook
shook.
I shook it with her.
You shook it with her.
It was great.
And you love her songs. They moved you.
Yeah.
And I should listen to the album Red.
Yes.
Before I say another thing.
Yes.
Okay.
So good. I almost do, and All Too Well are.
Do you sing a Taylor Swift song?
No, I don't.
Really?
Weirdly.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny. I should change that.
Well, I don't know. I've never heard one other than the Shake It, and I can't quite remember how it goes. But you should shake it off. Remember, kind of the essence.
That's it.
Yeah.
You got it.
Okay.
Just repeat that a few more times.
So you heard that? Can you remember what you were doing when you heard that record?
No, but I remember listening to it driving to school in my mom's car.
And we're still CDs. I mean, yes. You're like that was the last moment in your life when CDs probably happened.
Yeah. I have a CD player in my car. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's great.
And I like to listen to CDs once in a while.
What? You're saying it like it's risque. Yeah, once in a while.
It's crazy. This crazy.
I put on a compact disc. You know, I just put the phone in the other room and I listen to music. It just happens. You know, if I get a text, my music isn't interrupted. Yeah.
Yes. Good old days. 5th grade.
Well, okay, so that's one half of the question. The other question, what's the most recent record you bought, downloaded, acquired? Those were slashes in between those.
Downloaded.
Yeah, acquired in some way or another. What's the last record?
Probably, I have to think about this.
We're not home.
Yeah. Well, if I had my phone and my Spotify, but I'll just think.
Now, you can lie to us as well. We have no idea. This won't be fact checked.
This is going to be an honest conversation.
Yeah, we're
so
at the kitchen table. Yeah, Barbara Walters wouldn't have it any other way.
Let's just say Bella White's new album. You know Bella White?
She has a new record.
Yes, new record. It's called Among Other Things.
Okay. Bella White is wonderful and just lives over across the water in Victoria.
Yes.
And we almost had her to the Jamboree this year, but it didn't work out.
She's amazing. I love her.
Yeah, cool.
She's definitely another inspiration. If I knew her back in 5th grade, that'd be a whole nother story.
Yeah. We'll let you play some songs now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get back to the
I'm going to get out of the interview. So that was 2 beats with the drummer when the drummer wasn't even here, and we got. Have you done 3 now? We're losing track. That happens at the kitchen table.
I think that was 2. Wait. No, 3.
Nope, 3.
That was 3.
Yeah. Okay, well,
see, like I said, I'm not great at math, remember? Can't even count my own songs. Yeah, I guess this past year, I just finished my sophomore year of college, and I started categorizing my songs. And these next 2 are songs that fall into the diary entry category. So I'm basically going to just sing some diary songs for you guys. You can hear about my life. It's pretty cool, because this is an honest night. Honest at the kitchen table. And this song is called Was It Just the Booze? It's about perfect right here.
Yeah.
The booze. Did this sign just fall again? Maybe. Okay. Good luck.
What's
sign.
the sign?
But yeah, this song is
Life
about
is transition.
strong drinks and strong feelings. It's called Was It Just the Booze? Well, I've been falling too easily. Don't know what true love means to me. I kiss who I want to and expect them to stay. Well, I kissed you in the morning as we heard the storm rolling. Who knew that'd be the last time I'd lay eyes on you? And I don't know if you liked me or if I was just your one night show, easy to let go. And maybe it was the dimness of the room, how our bodies were dancing and how I looked at you. Well, I'm nervously laughing 'cause my wish came true. But maybe for you it just was the booze. Well, I miss you in the dim light, how our hands intertwined. Well, I would relive that moment if I could go back in time. And I was an aching heart. Well, I should have warned you from the start. But as you kissed me, you held me like you would never let go. And I don't know the difference between aching and breaking these days as I lie awake. And maybe it was the dimness of the room, how our bodies were dancing and how I looked at you. Well, I'm nervously laughing 'cause my wish came true. But maybe for you it just was the booze. And I don't like losing, and I don't wanna lose you just from the booze. And maybe it was the dimness of the room, how our bodies were dancing and how I looked at you. Well, I'm nervously laughing 'cause my wish came true. But maybe for you it just was the booze. Well, I'm nervously laughing 'cause my wish came true. But maybe for you it just was the booze. Thank you.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Don't you love when you do a song in the wrong key?
Oh, yeah, that happens. That happens.
It happens. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Switch it up.
Yeah. Those cables, they can go any place.
I
you
know.
they can go
I like to have
any
fun
place
with
and-
them and just, you
Yeah,
know,
challenge yourself,
'em
challenge your
wherever.
audience, challenge what is intonation. But
Exactly.
you were sounding great there.
Thank you.
You're way up the neck though with that capo, I'm noticing.
I like it. I like
Yeah.
it. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
You should try it.
Oh, I've tried it. I mean, I could play one a little later on. I go up to the 7th fret.
Oh,
I
yeah,
could.
that's the best.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
It's kind of
all
fun.
right. Yeah, it's kind of fun.
I
It's
like,
kinda fun.
it's a pretty noise.
It's a pretty noise. That could be the name of your record.
Pretty noise.
It's a pretty noise. That's good.
I'll
Well,
write
you
that
know, we're
down.
all entitled to our opinions. I think it's a nice name for a record, and I might be wrong on
I'll
that.
do it in quotes and then your name. That's my album.
That's pretty funny. So you're gonna do one more, then
Yeah.
then that will be the end of our formal presentation.
Yes.
Yeah. Then after that, what happens is what happens. Now you were young enough; you probably haven't been on the road too much, but I want to let you know there are people like Taylor Swift who, when they go on the road after the gig, they go to a tall building with small rooms and with doors that lock behind each small room. And I've heard of artists doing this on the road. Myself, I always end up staying at a friend's house and sleeping on a soggy couch. And so before I get to that couch, there's always, well, you'll get there, kid. You'll get there. It's going to be all right.
Soggy couch.
Well, you know.
That's not my thing.
Oh. Well, I hope it never has to be a reality, but for this folk singer, there's been a lot of soggy couches. But before you get to the soggy couch, you always sit around the table and you have a jar of this, that, or perhaps the other thing and a few more songs. Unplanned, unscripted, unorganized, and unknown what's going to happen. But we're not there yet. That's what's going to happen. Yeah, right. Yeah, that soggy
Spooky.
couch is now you're wondering
Yep.
what this is all about. But I understand you prepared one more number for us here in this beautiful
Correct.
garden in the most northwest corner, the most northwest city, the most northwest state in the lower 48.
I love that.
That's Ivy Ficarra.
Yes.
Ficarra at the kitchen table.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gotta find the right key again. Yeah, like I said, we're in the diary portion of my songs. This one is very diary, you know? Very, very diary. Thank you. And it's called I Think My Heart Outgrew Me. Where does my love go when I sleep? Does it get lost in my dreams? 'Cause when I wake in the morning, I'm searching for something to be. I think my heart outgrew me, so I am trampled on by these wild beasts. These college hearts, well, they don't know a thing about love. Well, neither do I. Well, I have never been in love. I often feel like a fool. Well, I try to hold on to you by playing your rules, but there are no rules at heartbreak. It just ends one day and you are gone, and I am left with these feelings that got in the way. Love gets in the way. And maybe I'm just naive. Well, this world ain't perfect, but I am learning to grieve it. Learning to let go of those who don't hold on to me. But there's no guarantee, because my heart outgrew me. Where does my love go when I sleep? Does it get lost in my dreams? 'Cause when I wake in the morning, I'm searching for something to be.
you.
Ivy Ficarra singing for us here at the kitchen table. So happy to have you.
So happy to be here.
And thank you to Amanda, who has brought me a refill on the drink of the week. And John, if it's going to go down, we can just leave it down. You're going to take it away.
It's
take
a
it
beautiful
away.
sign. I like it a lot.
I regret, though, I was running the lip so much there. Can you tell us about the Taylor Swift concert? How many people were in her band?
I want to say like 6.
Okay.
And some of the people from the very start of her career were playing, like her guitarist. And yeah.
I mean, that means
he's
something
great.
when it's Springsteen and the E Street Band. But Taylor Swift is, 28? I mean, this is not that long of a go.
30-something.
Okay, 30-something. That's cool. We love loyalty. We love loyalty.
But yeah, it was a great concert. It was super cool because it was called the Eras Tour, and she basically went back to her first album or second album, and took us through each album and each era that she's, been through. And so there was different costumes and different sets, and it was really fun. It felt like time traveling, and it was awesome.
Cool. Well, you and another 140,000 people. Can't be wrong. It must have been a great show. Yeah. When's her next show? Are we following the itinerary?
A little bit, only because I know somebody who was at the concert last night. I think last night was in Santa Clara, and she has 6 shows in LA.
Whoa.
And I just know that as a fun fact.
Whoa.
'Cause that's a lot of shows.
6 shows in
Close.
Los Angeles.
Close shows.
You playing that your early song, and maybe I'll play a song from my youth as well. But I think I gotta switch it up though. I got a feeling different energy than that particular number.
I want to hear it.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get there.
Okay.
I'm gonna get there. I just have to switch up the energy a little bit. Do you know what I did after my sophomore year of college?
Drop out?
That's right. That's exactly what I did. I found it was way more economical than going to college, And and Ivy's mom's in the room, and I said that right in front of her mom and everything. Well, you're gonna figure it out. You're gonna figure it out. And I've dropped out, and I moved to Philadelphia, because if you're from the east, you gotta go west. If you're from the west, you gotta go east. Maybe the north and south. It's good to go around, see different places, meet different people, and I got to Philadelphia, and I ended up doing a bunch of shows and becoming very close friends with a guy whose name is Eric Peterson, and he called his music Mischief Brew. I'm going to play a Mischief Brew song that I've been playing ever since the first time I heard him play it back then, 20 years ago. When Father bought the farm, we sold the farm. Mistook his blood for rusted charm. Sold his ghost as an antique to the city. Kids today can't hold a spade. Rest in peace, you old weary trades. In this world there is no place, such a pity. Well, the barman shakes his head and fills my glass. Says you're living in the past. Why preserve a dying craft and its misery? We sigh and say another modern man, one of property, not land. So I'll hold out this battered hand. Will you listen? Come sit down, we're lamenting yesterday's sad ending, about the water in me whiskey. The brass passed off as gold, another round. We're descending into old-time memory of a day when wood was wooden, silver, gold was gold, sweet home was home. My son's got a wood stove in his second home. Runs off gas but looks like oak. Hell, it even gives off smoke and glowing embers. There's a quilt hung on the wall, reads Home Sweet Home, below some wise words from Thoreau. They call me a throwback when I say remember. Come sit down, we're lamenting Yesterday sad ending 'bout the water in me whiskey. The brass passed off as gold, another round. We're descending into old-time memory of a day when the wood was wooden. Silver, silver, gold was gold, sweet home was home. Some of these tools are artifacts, endangered species left their tracks. So lock me up behind plastic glass in the city. There's no going back for me. This antique's rustic eulogy shall be sold as folk artistry. Such a pity. Still I'll never understand why they all long to use their hands, but build a stead that will always stand, an old-time country. But settle for white rooms with hollow doors, paper ceilings, plastic floors, luxury boxes where they're stored in what once was country. Come sit down, we're lamenting a century's sad ending 'bout the water in me whiskey. The brass passed off as gold, another round. We're descending into old-time memory of a day when the wood was wooden. Silver, silver, gold was gold, sweet home was home.
I like that one.
From Eric Peterson.
I like
I
it.
have to turn you on to Eric Peterson
Yeah,
in this
totally.
Reel. So what comes? You see, this is what happens at the kitchen table. Now you hear something, you think, well, maybe I'll play this then.
Yeah.
You're already there. You're ahead of me. You
Kind
know
of.
what you're going to play. Kind of, you
I
say.
kind of do.
All right.
I'll do a fast song. Well,
Okay.
it's like medium speed. If we're talking speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a song. I like to think of it as one of my happy songs, which is great. And it's called Traveling Alone. Yes, here we go. Feel free to play along, by the way.
I'll give it a go.
It's in G.
Don't do anything like, say, take it to me at any
Okay.
point. Yeah, I'll just
I
be
won't.
kind of sort of that
I won't even look at
atmospheric.
you. This ain't a Cadillac, but my cat came for the ride. This is an open road, I'm going 95. I stopped off at the gas station to grab a bottle of wine for when I arrive. I'm going up north so I can finally see the stars. The Cascade Range follows me through the dark. I'll try and camp the first 3 days and then I'll miss my bed, just like they said. Well, I don't know how far I'll get by myself, but that's the beauty of traveling alone. I don't know how long the sun stays out, but that's the beauty of traveling alone. Never had a type of freedom quite like this, to fall in love with new places and learn to coexist. Maybe I'll learn to love the road better than my home, and I'll just roam. Well, I don't know how far I'll get by myself, but that's the beauty of traveling alone. I don't know how long the sun stays out, but that's the beauty of traveling alone. This ain't a Cadillac, but my cat came for the ride. This is an open road, I'm going 95. I stopped off at the gas station to grab a bottle of wine for when I arrive. Well, I don't know how far I'll get by myself, but that's the beauty of traveling alone. I don't know how long the sun stays out, but that's
the beauty of traveling alone. Thank you. I like playing fun, happy songs too.
Yeah, you
Believe it or not.
I believe it. I believe it. Oh, yeah. So I'll do this song here off my record called "A Crowd of Drunken Lovers," which is I'm in the zone here of there's a certain kind of song you have to be young to write, and there's a certain kind of song you get to write when you're older. Aha! And you get to remember how you play it too. Try it again. It had just stopped raining when they both made it over to the car that was locked. He let her in, she reached over and unlocked the side. The button made a snap. He said, I think I could fall for a girl like that. They drove back hoping the car would keep going. When they'd hit town, the wheels would keep rolling. Something in the way she sat, he was finding the urge to keep on driving. She was caught up and she didn't try to hide it. She got under his skin, deep down inside it. She said, I don't care if our love won't last. He said, I think I could fall for a girl like that. Time was short, but they both kept ignoring. He made the stew thick, she kept the fire roaring. They were up on top of mountains, wandering. Just didn't seem like dusk was coming. They made love one last time in a park where they'd been swimming, snuck in the trees and came out glowing. He drove her to the station, kissed goodbye, turned away, said, I wonder if we'll meet up some other day. She sat in the hallway and waited for the plane. She started to feel sad, then she felt nothing, just the void between where her lover had been and the new life to which she was going. I saw you in my dreams last night. You still come around there from time to time, and it's good to see you. I'm glad you stopped by and say in different ways goodbye. Thank you very much.
Oh, that made my heart feel things.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
Ah, my kind of song. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. I was 20 once. I was 20 once.
Yeah.
But you were saying, you only
Still
want to
there.
you only want to be 20. Well, that's just it. You are still there. We
Yeah.
all of us as we age, we don't leave that behind. We carry all that with us. We're still 20. We're still 21. We're still 22. We're still 45. We're still 71. We carry all that with us.
And I'm still in 5th grade.
And you're still in 5th grade
Stuck
listening
there.
to Taylor Swift, shaking it off. What do you got?
Let's see. I kind of want to do a song that I haven't really played.
Oh my
front of
goodness, we would
people.
be flattered and
A
honored, and it would
bedroom
be really
song
nice.
that sounds wrong, but
Well, it sounds evocative.
that's not really what I'm going for. A song that you write in your room, you sing to the walls.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It happens.
Okay. Oh, I love it. I love it. I see a series of EPs: the diary songs, the bedroom songs, the road trip songs.
I don't know about the bedroom songs. Do you think that I might get the wrong crowd for those?
Yeah. I mean, as Greg Brown says, folk singers sing about love, sex, and death. So you're all right.
Okay,
You're all right.
Perfect.
Yeah.
This is a song that I wrote last fall when I was feeling kind of sad. Typical. I'm a happy person too, but yeah.
We're not worried about you one
Good.
bit.
And yeah, I just kind of wrote it. I was sitting in my apartment that wasn't decorated yet and just kind of feeling things. And had a little bit of a heartbreak going on. So I wrote this song, and you guys are the first crowd to hear it, so.
Wow. We're honored.
Yikes. I wake up early to the sounds of cars and the words of people walking home from the bars. I close my eyes for the 100th time and try to block out those neon lights. And my apartment faces the east, and you're north of me. I sip on my coffee and wish that things were how they used to be. And it always rains on the weekends, and I'm growing weaker every day. I only see you on the weekends. It's bittersweet seeing your face. You met a girl, she's from out of town. I see her when I'm walking around. She gets to tell you she loves you, I just get to write it down. And it always rains on the weekends, and I'm growing weaker every day. I only see you on the weekends. It's bittersweet seeing your face. I wake up early to the sounds of cars and the words of people walking home from the bars. I close my eyes for the 100th time and try to forget those neon lights. It's scary to sing bedroom songs.
Oh, it's scary. It's scary to sing new songs.
Thank you, though. I appreciate it.
I'm using an application on my phone to tune my guitar, so I'm embarrassed about that because I'm looking down at my phone while, in theory, performing. Yeah, exactly. I get, I'm very critical of people with laptops on stage, and here I am looking at my phone. What's going to happen is we're going to do one song, and then we have a segment of our show called Stump the Band. What happens there is that you will request. You're going to put your hand in the air, and you will have a request for us. And it can be a genre. It can be a specific song. And it could be a song you know we know. It could be a song you know we don't know. It could be a song you don't know that we don't know. And that is what you request. And actually, you don't have to put your hands in the air because any good English teacher never calls on the student who puts the hand in the air. So what Ivy's going to do is she will just pick out people at random. Yeah, because I think I feel I feel like you can do that, no problem. So, but we're not there yet. We've worked up a little number together, and we're going to sing that for you there, and then it'll be time for Stump the Band. And I'm just so happy to have you here on the show. I want to let people know we do have the bucket over there. We request a $20 donation for being with us here at this wonderful show. And if you don't have the cash, we take the variety of the Venmo and the PayPal, and there's little cards that have the QR codes to do so. And the links are there for those of you watching at home. Thank you for supporting the arts. This show will be turned into a podcast, and I'm just so happy that we can add Ivy to our list. We have Aoife O'Donovan and Jolie Holland on our podcast, and now we have yourself right there at the kitchen table.
Honored. Thank you.
We're the ones who are honored. We really are. It starts out you start out at the kitchen table and you end up on the mountain stage. This is from the record that came out after A Crowd of Drunken Lovers. This one's called Still Kissing Last Night's Smoke-Stained Lips. This is more or less the title cut. Do you remember that? We used to come home from the bar and we would smell like cigarettes. That's over now. Someone like you has no opportunity for that.
Darn it.
There are some bars in Germany I can turn you on to for your next trip. Yeah. Because it's a hangover you won't forget. It really is. You know, we were used to it. We were used to it then. Oh, the moon's out tonight. It's crisp and it's clear. I start out a letter with an oh my dear. Write the date and then I hold the pen. Scratch the first line and then start again. Oh my dear. Oh, it's well overdue that I wrote to you, but don't think you've been out of my thoughts. For a while I was on a winning streak. Now it's clear that I lost. Oh, but I don't want to taste your smoke-stained lips. So let's have a glass of red wine. I know I loved you before this all got started. I know. I'll love you again. I got more than I wanted. I was on a roll. I took more than I needed, and then I lost the whole. I write to you now. I'm broken with nothing to send but this insignificant token. And it's been a long time since I wrote you a letter, but don't think you've been out of my heart. I'm sitting in what I like to call your kind of weather, in some old friend's backyard. Oh, but I don't want to taste your smoke-stained lips. So let's have a glass of red wine. I know I loved you before this all got started. I know. I'll love you again. I saw you last night in a Hackensack bar. Shooting pool, it was thick, it was dark. I blinked my eyes and I knew I was wrong. You weren't there, I was just gone. And it's well overdue that I wrote to you. Don't think you've been out of my mind. If I've been spending any time in yours, please respond in kind, in kind. Oh, but I don't want to taste your smoke-stained lips, so let's have a glass of red wine. I know I loved you before this all got started, I know.
That
I'll love you again. Very nice. What a pleasure. Thank you for being here at the kitchen table, and I do want to remind everybody here that the Subdued String Band Jamboree is coming up in essentially a week. Well, really 2 weeks, a week and a half. Where are we? It's Sunday now, but to next Sunday, and then it gets to Thursday. I put the poster up by the door. You don't want to miss it, and we're so happy that we have Ivy here now, and in future years she'll be on the roster at the Jamboree. There's no doubt about it. But now it's your chance to send a request up to the stage. Now, Ivy, we're not putting hands in the air. Do we have any English teachers in the room? Usually there's one. Usually there's one at a folk music concert. Yeah, there's one. Yeah. You never call on the person who has the hand in the air, you know. And you never. I never, you know. What am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is whenever the student says, "I didn't do the reading, but." I think it's a good time for the English teacher to cut that student off. You know, we've all suffered through too many of those. So I'm just down a line, down a side route there, aren't we? English teachers. I mean, it could have been a social studies teacher or a science teacher, math teacher, any kind of teacher. Ivy, would you please choose some people to send requests to the stage?
How many people would
3.
you
We're looking for
choose?
3 requests. You give them to us. We may or may not give them back.
If they make eye contact with me, should I call on
Well,
them?
that's your own. That's your teacher in training.
This is a lot of
I
pressure.
see a lot of people looking away.
I don't want to make anybody nervous.
Well, no, you're going to make people nervous. That's part of it.
Everyone's
Yeah, that's
like freaking out a little.
If you don't
I
want
know
to do
the
it,
feeling.
I'll do it. I'm not afraid, but I know you can do it.
How about I'll pick one and you pick 2?
Okay.
Good
All
plan?
right. Who's going first?
Green shirt and cowboy boots.
There we go. A Billy Bragg song. Great request. That's great. We think on that. We don't answer right away. We think on that. Yeah, good. And so how about this fella here in the white shirt? That's Steve. Ooh, great request. Great request. Yeah, we got an enthusiastic. Yeah, I'm gonna say
Please.
we'll set up a new
Take
microphone
my
here.
place.
Now, you could do the third one probably. No, okay, you're out. You're out.
It's a scary place to call on people.
It is. It is. But I am going to call on one of your friends. I am. We'll go with the English teacher. And you're wearing a dress. Yeah.
Sleeveless. Oh, I know.
I
that
ever
one.
cross your mind? Do you know that one?
Yes.
Well, let's just jump
Kind
right
of.
into that, and then we'll see how we do with the other 2 requests. I think I might know it once you know it.
Oh, I was more expecting you to know
Oh,
it,
yeah.
and then I'd kind
No.
of tag along.
Okay, well, I could not lead "Do I Ever Cross Your Mind," but I could lead "The Great Divide,"
How about you do that, and
and
I'll...
you'd sing along.
Sure.
I'm sure your mother.
Does anyone
exposed
have
you
a
to Kate Wolf.
tambourine? I'll just be doing some percussion.
I mean, if you don't have some tambourine with Kate Wolf, then you don't have Kate Wolf, in my experience. I mean, that woman loved. No, there's that. You must have, Julie. You played some Kate Wolf in the house. Yeah. She knows the song. Yeah. Julie's on the spot now.
Okay.
Mom's here. You know, she's. I've been walking in my sleep, counting troubles instead of counting sheep. Where the years went, I can't say just turned around. They're gone away. It's gone away.
It's gone away.
Like yesterday.
Like yesterday.
And I find myself on the mountainside where the rivers change direction across the great divide. I've been shifting through the layers, dusty books and faded papers that tell a story I used to know was one that happened so long ago. It's gone away.
It's gone away.
Like yesterday.
Like yesterday.
And I find myself on the mountainside where the rivers change direction across the great divide. The darkest hour that I've seen is the one that comes between the edge of night and the break of day, when the darkness it fades away. It's gone away.
It's gone away.
Like yesterday.
Like yesterday.
And I find myself on the mountainside where the rivers change direction across the great divide. It's gone away.
It's gone away.
Like yesterday.
Like yesterday.
And I find myself on the mountainside where the rivers change direction across the great divide. I remember the first time I met you. That September morning was clear and fresh. The way she spoke and laughed at my jokes, and the way she brushed herself against the edge of my desk. She became a magic mystery to me, and we'd sit together in double history twice a week. And sometimes we'd walk the same way home, surprising how just a little rain can clear the streets. I thought I've heard it sing to me, but she was all that I ever wanted. Time spoke. Memories of the school dances and the memories in between. Did she close her eyes as I did when we held each other tight? And la 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 means that's actually the lyric. I got that one. You bum 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 bum. This is a Billy Bragg song, an early Billy Bragg song that I know a little bit of, and I'm sharing that little bit with you. And I still hold that memory soft and sweet as I walked. Did she look out her window as I walked down the street? And I never made the first team, I just made the first team laugh. And she never came to the phone, she was always in the back. In the end it took me a dictionary to find out the meaning of unrequited, while she was giving herself for free at a party to which I was never invited.
Yeah.
That's part of a Billy Bragg song for you right there. We're gonna wrap this. What's that? All the best parts, I'd like to think. We're gonna wrap this up. Thank you very much for joining us here at the kitchen table.
Thanks so much.
Ivy Ficarra there. My name is Robert Saracen Blake. That's Jeremy Meehan is our show's producer over there in the hat. And that's John Henry is the show's technician around the corner. He's turning all this music into ones and zeros that goes to your screens, wherever you may be. We always close this show with our song from our buddy Hank Waddell. Hank lives in Cork City, County Cork, Ireland. And he was our guest. He came over here, and he was our guest at the first kitchen table this July. It was great to have Hank here. When you drop out of college and you're touring around and you move to Ireland because it's pretty advisable. I mean, for what you pay for a quarter of college, you could go to Ireland.
This is what I've been telling my parents.
I'm sorry, Julie. I'm a bad influence. But it's good. It's good on the debt. I'm good on the debt. We're going for debt reduction here. So something we promote here at the kitchen table. What you do is you're going to float down to Charlie's Bar. It's on the Keys there in Cork City on a Monday night. Hank and Ray have played every Monday night for 20 years. And you tell him Robert sent you, and you tell Hank, Robert said I should probably sing a song. You're going to have to be bold like that, and I trust you can be. Well, it's great to see you, because we thought you were dead. Did you come back to life? Did you get out of your bed? It's great to see you. Was that your ghost? We thought you were gone. You burnt the toast. It's great to see you. I whisper nothing, sing softly on your ear. Try not to cut short the moment that's here. Shadow it might be, the feeling's clear. And I couldn't ask for anything more. It's all about the times we share. It's all about the times we share. So it's great to see you. Are you gonna stay? Are you here for the long night? Are you leaving at the break of day? It's great to see you. Yeah, it's true. It's great to see you. It's great to be near you. It's all about the times we share. And you can all sing that with me here. This beautiful garden gathering here at the end of July of 2023. It's all about the times we share. And we'll keep doing it. It's all about the times we share. Keep it rolling a little bit louder now. It's all about the times we share. It's all about the times we share. Thanks for sharing some time with us at the kitchen table. My name is Robert Saracen Blake. We'll see you next time, wherever that may be. It's all about the times we share. And the one and only Ivy Ficarra. Yeah. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you.
No, we don't do an encore at the kitchen table. No, we hit the hors d'oeuvres and the refreshments, and I have a bucket of CDs for anybody like Ivy who still listens to CDs, and we just say thank you, Laura. Thank you, Laura, for having us.
Thank you, Laura.